Hey everyone, I'm back again with another video, and this one is titled, Wife Cheated on Me 5 years ago. I still can't shake it. Please make sure you like the video and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell so you don't miss any of my future videos. Let's get right into it. She and I started dating in our teens, got married in our 20s, then she broke my heart in 2014 when she had an affair with a coworker. I'm 33 and she's 31. As someone who chose to work things out, it's been 5 years since D-Day, and it's still a constant battle. At least once a week, something triggers me about what she did. It could be a song, movie, or TV show, and when it happens, it hurts me every time. She told me to my face that she's working on herself and trying to process and be better. But how can I ever believe her 100%? Is it possible? Can the love of your life be someone that breaks your heart too? I'll give her that. We weren't our best selves in the months leading up to D-Day, but she put the bullet into the head of our comatose marriage. Now our marriage has a giant scar in it. 5 years post D-Day, and a song played at the wrong time can set me back a few weeks of progress. I want this whole thing to have never happened. My heart hurts, and it's been 5 years. I still can't even function on the date of the D-Day. I'm 0 out of 5 on not being a wreck on that day. If she somehow manages to never cheat on me again, that would be okay, I guess. It's like, why is that something I should celebrate? Yay, it should have never happened in the first effing place. Good job on not breaking my heart twice. The more I think about it, the more I don't see the big deal with forgiving someone who broke your heart. So basically, she gets a free pass to hurt me. I wanted to do literally every thought I had after D-Day. All of them. To me, to her, yes. But I didn't, and I won't. Me forgiving her gives her an extra life to process her demons, and in return, I get a better version of her. She still looks, talks, and sounds like the person who broke my heart. How can I know that a better version of her exists? 5 years and it's still haunting me. I'm stuck. I'm still effing hurt. It's not the 10 it used to be. Now it's a consistent 4. She's doing, saying, and showing me all the things that point to her working on improving herself and our marriage. But there is a hole in our boat, and she doesn't want to see it because only she's the one who put it there. And the first comment says, for some of us, it's just a deal breaker. There is no getting over it. No overcoming it, no future in which things are good enough again. There's nothing wrong with that. Not cheating is a pretty effing low bar to have to clear, and failing to manage that is something I don't think I'll ever be able to understand. You've been trying for 5 years, and apparently she has too. You're still miserable. At this point, what conclusion is there to draw except that what you need to do is make further progress in your healing is to shed yourself of the person who inflicted the wounds in the first place. You wouldn't be the first to realize years after the fact that it's not going to work, and you won't be the last. One of my friends spent over 3 years trying to reconcile with his ex-wife, before finally coming to the conclusion that he was just done. He realized that he no longer looked forward to seeing her after work, that he was no longer interested in making time for just the two of them, and that he was more interested in other things than intercourse with her, and that he just didn't have any respect for her anymore or place much value on her thoughts or feelings, and that it had been that way since D-Day, and wasn't changing despite her very real and sustained effort to become a better person and win back his affections. The pain of what she has done became less intense, and over time he was able to get back into the swing of things and find enjoyment in his social life and hobbies and work, but he was never happy with her again. His pride in her was gone, and when the dust settled, all that remained was disappointment. He divorced her, and it was the right call. I see him at least twice a month at our D&D group, and he's a different person now than when he was with her and trying to make things work with her. And another commenter said, for me, I believe cheating was not a deal breaker. I wanted to so badly to forgive her, to move forward together, to heal together. I believe, and still do, that the best way to heal both people is to stay together and find healing forgiveness understanding, etc. together. But a few months ago it hit me. My ex-wife never truly gave reconciliation a chance. It's been 3.5 years since the disaster, a few months of gaslighting until I found the truth, and just over 3 years since D-Day. I know I could have forgiven. I wanted to badly, but it takes two people to make that happen. Now, we've been divorced over 18 months, and it's been almost 8 months of no contact. I still feel broken. I miss my best friend, the woman I married. For those saying she wasn't my best friend, you're wrong. I may not have been her best friend, but she definitely was mine. That person is long gone, as if my wife died, and I still struggle so much to accept that she's gone. And the next comment says, infidelity changes everything, and trying to incorporate it into a marriage is like trying to force a square peg into a round hole. It just doesn't go, doesn't fit, never will. My life became about coping daily in an intolerable situation. In staying, I eventually realized how I had traded my dignity, self-respect, sense of self-worth, how my insides had eroded because, again, what he did was simply intolerable, yet I was tolerating it. Eventually, I understood that my only relief and healing would come by extricating him from my life and going no contact. Since doing so, life has been wonderful, light, happy, and far better than I could have ever imagined. Looking back, I can clearly see that all the nonsense and crap associated with his infidelity were suffocating me. I now live in a bull-free life, and it is amazing. I stayed 10 years. As others have said, maybe infidelity is a deal breaker for you, and that for you, like me, it took years to realize. And another commenter said, how much longer are you prepared to give it before calling it a day? I was 38 years old when I divorced my ex-wife for cheating with my then best friend. I thought my dating and love life was over. I felt so old and that it was too late for me. Turns out it was the best decision of my life. I met the woman who is now my wife after a year or so of wallowing, and we have 2 incredible daughters. She is the best person I have ever known and worth every moment of the misery I felt before getting to meet her. I could have stayed with my ex and tried to make it work, but I knew myself well enough to know I'd never trust her again, so why bother? I would have missed out on the wonderful life I now enjoy, and I am so very grateful for. My advice: seriously think about moving on. Do not allow the fear of an uncertain future prevent you from finding happiness with somebody else. And the comment after that says, you have unresolved issues with the affair that you need to discuss with your spouse. I was going through something similar where things were eating me up and I was too afraid to mention them to her. I finally sat her down a couple of months ago, around 4 years after D-Day, and laid out all the issues I was still having. It helps that she knew she screwed up. She knew that she was screwed up at that time. But we were able to have an honest conversation about the current state of our relationship and where we saw things going. It's key that you address your emotions with your partner. If she's not willing to do that, then that's problematic. And the next comment says, date someone else. It'll take your mind off of it. And the comment after that says, the problem with reconciling with a lying cheater is you are stuck in a relationship with a lying cheater. Most men deeply regret reconciling with an adulterous woman. No man has ever regretted divorcing an unfaithful wife. And the comment after that says, I hear you. I tried to forgive, but it never worked. Got triggered all the time. Total nightmare. Always worried where she was and what she was doing. How on earth did I live like that for 7 years? So glad I finally divorced her. When I caught her cheating again, but whatever. Now happily remarried to a faithful girl. Life is amazing. No more triggers or worries. You sound like me. My advice, file and move on. Some of us, the vast majority, aren't able to get past it. Good luck, my brother. And the comment after that says, you tried. 5 years, man. You are like the solid rock, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Seriously. Mentally, you are hard as steel. If after 5 years you still can't handle it, there is a huge chance that you won't be able to handle it even after 20. Make a summary. If you can't handle it anymore, that's fine. You tried. You fought. Respect it. Do what you must do for yourself. And the comment after that says, I'm so sorry this is happening to you, but the road you're facing is a long and a bumpy one. I hope the pain you're going through subsidizes and you can begin to enjoy your life again. However, I have to ask you one thing, and your answer might determine whether or not you make the right choice by staying in the marriage. If the roles were reversed, would your wife have forgiven you? Would you have gotten the free pass after cheating on her? Thank you guys for watching. Please make sure you like the video and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell so you don't miss any of our future videos, and be sure to comment below what other subreddits you want me to cover.